Trever. Aeon. I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass.
Alright, welcome back everybody. We are pretty much done with everything that we want to do in the Mountain Pass, and we are ready to head back into the Shadow Cursed Lands. Discover the Artifact Secrets is now actually complete. We left the Astral Prism without killing the being within, and they told us to get back on track to Moonrise Towers, which is basically what we're doing. We found, and Kith'rak is now using, the Blood of Lathander. Lae'zel has failed to extract the parasite using the Zaith'isk, and that has left her with 3 weakened attributes that we have not been able to find a way to cure, except, according to the tooltip, by consuming another Mind Flayer parasite, which Lae'zel is absolutely refusing to do. And that's pretty much it. So we are now headed back to the Shadow Cursed Lands, where we need to try to find Mole, wake up Art Kalu, investigate the Selionite resistance, find Zevlor, lift the Shadow Curse, rescue the Grand Duke, and find the Night Song, plus whatever else we may encounter. So, let's head back into the Shadow Cursed Lands. Item received backpack? What just happened? Internet research suggests this is a bug that can sometimes happen when you go from the Shadowlands back to the Mountain Pass after having already interacted with Housen at Last Light Inn, but it shouldn't affect the story moving forward. It's forcing us to do another long rest, but we've already been to the Shadow Cursed Lands at least once. Well, I guess I wasted some elixirs, but let's talk to people, I suppose. Nobody had anything to say. Now, I knew that, like, the first time you go into the Shadow Cursed Lands from the Mountain Pass, it does force a rest. And that's basically like when Ilminster shows up. But we already did Ilminster. I did not expect it to force a long rest this time. And so I had just long rest, and I did my full morning routine, including using up some elixirs. So I'm a little annoyed at that, but what can you do except go ahead and do the long rest?
Supreme Kith'rak, has Vlaakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kier Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Okay, given that we're seeing this scene, my current theory is that encountering Vlaakith triggered the mandatory long rest in between zones here. I thought that this just became a scene in the queue as normal for long resting, but I guess they want to make sure you have this encounter as soon as possible after escaping the creche. If you know differently, I'd love to hear about it. So, normally Trever would turn over Githyanki dealings to Lae'zel, but in this case, it is accurate that the last time their party encountered Kith'rak Voss, his crew attacked them. So why should Lae'zel listen to him?
I knew you would fight, and I knew you would win. I needed to ensure Vlaakith's trust. This was the only way. I know you carry the Astral Prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlakith's demise. Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
Trever Aeon is very protective of the astral prism that prevents us from turning into mind flayers. So he is not giving it to Voss if that's what he's wanting.
It is not. I've heard word from Kresh Yilik. You are infected. Yet the one in the prism has chosen you. Protects you with their power. The prism's tenant alone has the power to end Vlakith's tyranny. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, just still Kith'rak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness. You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Trever wants to know more. Who is the person inside the prism?
If they have not said, they must have good reason. And I won't be the one to betray them.
Trever will leave this decision up to Lae'zel. He's got her back.
I served Vlakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talak Magir in you, sister in freedom. Together, we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Qua'nith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Qua'nith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry, and prepare for battle, or slip away. I should go. Vlakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Alright, before we check out that item, Lae'zel has something to say.
Vlakith Kosivim Hrath Crashet. Only in Vlakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlakith. Forsake Vlakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlakith. She has sinned against me.
Trever asks what ascension entails exactly.
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Trever asks if Lae'zel now agrees that Vlaakith is a tyrant.
I'd never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
Trever asks who Lae'zel thinks is in the prism.
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
May be right. But Trever asks what if he is wrong? What if his claims are wrong and Vlaakith's are real?
Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
Let's move on.
Yes. I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kith'rak Voss at Sheres's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon us.
And then we were given this Qua'nith psionic detector. Barely perceptible magic flows from this unusual device. It is searching, seeking, listening. And Lae'zel is going to hold it.
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
So we're going to meet Voss in the city, are we? Set the tenant of the prism free? This is all very, I don't know. I like a good caper, but I'd long for a tiny bit of status quo now and again.
There's a schism growing among the Githyanki people, and Lae'zel just took one step towards choosing a side.
What will Voss have to show for himself when we catch up with him, I wonder? His intelligence may yet prove the key to unlocking the artifact's secrets. We should ensure we follow up when we reach Baldur's Gate.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate? Good for her.
So we have re-entered the Shadow-Cursed Lands. By entering, we got the Blessing of Selûne back, but, notably, we did not get the Pixie Blessing back. So, Trever rings that Feywild bell that we were gifted by Dolly.
Ring, like you want to say the magic words, like they're right on the tip of your lips.
Trever says he doesn't know what the magic words are. Will she share them?
Sorry, baby. You gotta use your brain to get this boon, even if it's the size of a pea. Ribbit, ribbit, rigoberto!
She turned Trever into a toad.
Donkety ding! You ruin everything! Anything you want to say?
Trever snarls at Dolly.
Don't you snarl at me, you nasty cow!
Clearly, that was also the wrong decision. Trever takes a moment to compose himself before he tries again.
Donkety ding! You ruin everything! Anything you want to say?
Trever says, "Aren't we friends?" He got her out of the lantern, didn't he?
Come on! You can do it, Billy. Once you guess, you'll feel so silly.
Trever grits his teeth and showers Dolly with compliments.
I sure love it when they beg.
We got the pixie blessing, but Trever is left with a bad taste in his mouth dealing with these ridiculous fae. Alright. We are definitely in a spot of the Shadow Cursed Lands that we haven't been to before. So we shall simply have to start exploring from here.
Breathe deep and move.
This beast didn't go down without a fight.
Gored by an ox, I think. Was this one of the refugees from the Druid's Grove?
Well, the refugee's journal is talking about how the place just feels wrong, and then the ox suddenly up and died, and then based on the context, it looks like the ox got up after it died and attacked. Okay, Trever was beating on this chest with the maul for a little bit. The tooltip says 9 to 25 damage, but that includes 1d4 fire damage, which is not being applied. So without the fire damage, he actually can't quite get... He can almost get, but he can't quite get to medium toughness with the maul.
Come on, let's go. Should do.
No one back home will ever believe this. We need to find a way forward.
traps, please?
What's the story? Can't I just break it?
Let's get going. Light on my feet. Looks like the Dryder's caravan came from here.
They won't be herding any more prisoners from here, thanks to us.
Don't burn yourself. Come on!
Can't give up now. With haste.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Ah. Well, if they're ambushing...
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Lae'zel will open up with a fire arrow to light it up a little bit. Only 5 hit points left on that one, so... And not lit up enough.
On the move.
The others are not wet. But this one's right there. Probably don't need an action surge, but we'll come back to it.
Focus. Onward. Teammate. Swift and lethal.
Another fight. Let's go.
100 kilograms.
Don't waste a step.
Skeletons will just go for the closest target.
Victory awaits. Time to strike.
My turn.
Oh. She's...
Come on, Kith'rak. Show him who you are.
Huh, they can be knocked out. That's kind of funny.
I am fury. I am death.
And... I do not think we need the action surge.
Where do I go from here? What path lies before me?
That seems good. Where is this last one? I'll throw an acid vial just because I don't use those very often.
Here goes nothing.
Resistant to necrotic, but not this slime bomb. Let's get rid of it.
Need to stay focused.
Got to press on.
Put him up.
I went ahead and put Kith'rak over there because the blood of Lathander radiates some light. So at least this way... Oh. The skeletons won't have disadvantage anymore.
I'm heating up.
Let's start with Kith'rak since he's right there.
Close
And then
ranks.
move away.
I am fury. I am death.
to do. What's inside?
Frost Prince grants Ice Knife. Pretty underwhelming, honestly. I don't think any of us needs a casting of Ice Knife per day.
Always room for more.
Alright, and let me go ahead and pick up everything from the areas we've been to so far, and then I'll be ready to continue exploring. Alright, we are now ready to start following this, and it looks like we will shortly come to where we've been before.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Yearning for the moon? Talking about how brightly the moon used to shine, but there is really just darkness now. And then we recognize this area as where we did the ambush. So from here, before, we kind of beelined to Moonrise Towers, which left quite a bit of area unexplored. So let's try to fill out that area, and what we'll probably do is go ahead and use, because there were some bridges here, we'll use those bridges as a barrier, and then we'll make our way back to Last Light Inn.
Don't be shy. Open up.
Let's move. Can't slow down.
Crickets, ballistas, siege engines. A little old-fashioned too. 100 years more.
Shadowheart can wait.
Anything of use?
Fallen members of the Emerald Enclave. Casualties in the war against Kith'rak years past. Fallen members of the Emerald Enclave. Casualties in the war against Kith'rak years past.
Nope. So yeah, we've been down here.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Kith'rak long ago.
Here goes nothing.
Crumbling wall. Oh, that was not much point to that, I think. Although, oh. Another bridge, so we'll consider that a boundary for now.
Looks like a trap.
Blackets will be done.
No one's stopped me yet. Should mind my step.
Harper interrogation transcript. So CE is Kaladov Everspring the Harper, and DT is Dal Timber, who proposes to be a farmer, and they had themselves a nice little interrogation session in which the Harper did not believe that the farmer was innocent and ordered harsher measures. that has the Ring of Twilight, a +1 bonus to armor class while obscured. Conditional +1 bonus to armor class isn't the worst thing in the world, but I think we have better rings.
I smell a trap.
Well, trap or not, we blundered right into it.
Time to strike.
This one is... Let's go ahead and try to banish it. And try once more. Saved both times.
Got to keep fighting. On the move.
55% chances there. 60. Oh, well, low ground there. Garroting, huh? Strangling a creature with a garrote. Moving more than 5 meters away from the creature will break the garrote. Well, that just calls for a throw. Target too far. Let's throw there. And that did indeed break the garrote.
Yes.
So let's try to push this one. I don't have a good angle for pushing, so let's try to throw it. Alright, so I guess just rage and beat down. And at this point, Lae'zel will use her action surge to try to free some of these people from being garroted. Path is interrupted there. Disadvantage for being too dark. I already used the bonus action. So with disadvantage, I'll get rid of sharpshooter for this shot. I'll put it back on for a seeking shot, maybe. To this one. That was worth it. So then we'll have
Can't even catch my breath.
Trever come do the throwing thing.
Seems like the best way.
Oh, right.
Need to find a way forward.
Oh, do I not have a good angle for throwing? For kicking? Damn. So, time for a potion of speed so that I can throw. No more garroting for you.
Ready.
We'll actually go ahead and do an inflict wounds while they're prone. And use a second level slot. But not a touch of death.
Well, look what we have.
I think that curving shot... I think the curving shot went into an unconscious one. And killed it, activating Bloodlust.
I've got a long road ahead.
And...
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Lae'zel used up a couple of arcane arrows and everybody's a little hurt. Let's do a short rest.
Let's get going. Very well.
These are humanoids. So they should be usable for Shadowheart.
What's hiding here?
Jumping appears to not be working. Alright.
Something over there.
There's a key. Alright, hang on. Okay, jumping appears to be working again. And that key did open that chest, and luminous gloves, radiating orb gloves. When the wearer deals radiant damage, the target receives 2 turns of radiating orbs. This is a very good item, but our party isn't really using radiant damage. And an idol of Selune and a note. Looks like somebody's attempting to keep continued worship of the Moon Maiden secret, and the note writer's brother half-read, and a hint about going to Last Light.
At the ready. Open up.
Journal log of True Soul Corliss. Somebody was being pursued and created a light barrier for protection against lurking monsters and deadly darkness. May the Absolute guide me.
Might be useful. Let's have a look.
Oh, we can surmise that this is probably the writer of the journal who somehow got stuck in this barrier of light, but for whatever reason, it wasn't enough to save their life. Burning continual flame. Oh, we have no reason to mess with the burning with the continual flame torches. Alright. So there's less light in, but there's also some amount of stuff that we haven't explored. Starting this way, actually, if we want to sort of keep as coming from here. So
He was no fun. All I wanted was to play. you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me?
This is a strange little child, but we do have a bard option. Trever can play you a little song. Would he like that?
Not that kind of playing, silly. I want to play a game. It'll be really fun. Let me show you.
In a moment, maybe. Trever asks if he's seen another little boy by the name of Thaniel.
I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me.
Trever asks if he has anyone else to play with.
I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play.
Trever asks about the kids' parents' names. Maybe he can find them for him.
They don't need names. They just need to be mummy and daddy and do what I want. Now play with me, or they'll be angry with you.
The boy doesn't like these questions because he has no real answers, and perhaps no real family.
Sorry, kid. I don't think they're coming back. Trever invites the kid back to his camp.
I'm not going anywhere. I like it here. Now play with me or else.
You want to play? Fine. One game.
All right. I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and you win.
And if Trever doesn't find you?
Then you lose.
Fine.
Get ready, and no cheating.
Ring of Mental Inhibition. When a foe fails a saving throw against one of your spells or actions, they gain mental fatigue for 2 turns. Has a -1 penalty to Wisdom, Intelligence, and Charisma saving throws for every turn remaining. Kinda feels a little bit like a win more button, because I have to fail a saving throw in order to get it started. Probably not the worst item, but probably not for our party. Oliver's Diary. Well, somebody named Oliver did exist and apparently slowly fell to the Shadow Curse. Oh, he came generally in this direction.
Hello? You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win.
Trever thinks we're finished here.
We're finished when I say we're finished. Let's play another game. I deserve a chance to even the score.
Nah, Trevor's finished.
Win.
That kid demanded to play anyway, huh? Daddy, Mummy, and Doggy. And they're all on the same initiative, so it doesn't really matter what order we tackle them in. Where is Doggy's over there? Too dark. And Kith'rak goes all the way down there.
Talk to me.
Just double check to make sure they're not immune to... they're immune to weapons. They're immune to non-magical weapons. Not immune. They're resistant to non-magical weapons. too far.
Onward.
Out of sight.
Time to strike.
Oops. Since there is disadvantage, Lae'zel will turn off sharpshooter. And acid arrow, why not?
Let my name be known.
And again with an ice arrow. And an acid arrow over there.
Survival is all that matters.
Yep, that gets him over there.
You've made a grave mistake.
Oh, these guys are immune to necrotic.
Let's cut your fire, baby.
Oh, she cunning it. I completely forgot. She's got access to those temporary hit points by dashing. It's been a... Yeah.
Cry about it.
Fire, ice, lightning, thunder. Immune to poison. Acid? Acid. Resistant or immune to basically everything, but not radiant. Who's sleeping? Lae'zel is sleeping.
Stuck? Hold on. I will ascend.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Now you are immovable, right? Ethereal. Can't be shoved, thrown, or used as an improvised weapon. But they do have sunlight sensitivity. right back to sleeping. Oh, Kith'rak will definitely take an opportunity attack, though.
Go time. What's it gonna take?
To meet your maker.
No point of doing touch of death here.
Victory awaits.
Almost there. Worth using the action surge, I think, to try to finish this one off. And does have a line of sight up to there. Oh, and also Bloodlust.
No choice but to keep going.
Gotta jump.
Good idea, I think.
Actually, I do have the holy water.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Anything of use?
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
Well, Oliver called out, but can't seem to see him. Perhaps he left.
The curse has torn open the ground itself.
leads back to that area. Surprised. So this is Trever because of the Bardbarian ability, and Shadowheart because of alertness are the only ones who are going to act in this round. So with Shadowheart, we'll start off by doing this. And just double checking. Necrotic resistance, but that she doesn't have to care about. And she'll use a level 4 version. Where's the nearest one? There's a couple over there.
On the move.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
These are probably just too heavy to throw, right? Yeah. But not too heavy to kick. And then he'll stand. And stand in there. And they're really going after Shadowheart. Okay. Yep, Lae'zel will have to take an attack of opportunity here. To throw a greater potion to hit those two. .56 with sharpshooter. Go for it. Yeah, it'll be worse for her if she doesn't take one attack of opportunity.
Fast. I need healing.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Definitely going to be rage time for Trever. And he'll come here to sort of like block the others from getting the Shadow Heart as easily. Alright. Kith'rak will also rage. And she's gonna sit here and basically keep this guy in place. Okay. Lae'zel is gonna do this again. Shadowheart will move further away and drink a potion.
I am fury. I am death.
And Seeking Arrow. Reapply Hunter's Mark to that thing.
Make way. Let's finish this.
Oh, this one is caught. Can't move. Not immobile? Nope. Oh, now immobile.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Already raging, right? Oh. That works.
Smell blood.
Get temporary hit points back. Oh yeah, opportunity attack. Alright. Got the hunter's mark on, 50% chance. Actually, let's try to blind it. Immune to blind. Never mind. Oh, immune to piercing damage too. So no point in having sharpshooter all in on.
Can't give up.
He broke our skeleton. Okay, so just those two left.
Nothing will stand in my way. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I wonder if he even can be made prone. Oh, he's on the grease surface.
What's this?
Well, I'm much happier for him to be doing that to our skeletons than to us. I think Lae'zel's gonna just... You know what? Saved. Let's try again. Oh well.
My faith will protect me.
Yeah, touch of death.
What now? You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Let's get everybody out of the vines. And yeah, we'll use up our other short rest for that. And just Trever will go explore what's over here. It actually knocked out the Shadow Cursed Shambling Mound. That's funny. It gets this Ironwood Club, which is, I think it's basically just a +1 club. A ragged diary found on a skeleton. Got taken by surprise by the needle blights, apparently tried to hide up there, didn't work. He found the key, but he doesn't know what it unlocks. Ring of Self-Immolation. You can use a bonus action to set yourself on fire to gain heat for 2 turns, once per short rest. Heat is unfortunately just a terrible mechanic. This is a terrible ring. Alright. And then over here, there's probably not much more. Okay. There's more Shadow Blights around.
Need to act fast. On I go.
Oh, because he started by doing that. But moves that over there, gets himself over there, doesn't kick it very far. Maybe it's just did something. Maybe he'll die to the Spirit Guardians. Or the Spirit Guardians will get disrupted. Even with Elixir of Peerless focus. This seems like a good time for a bursting arrow, I think. Maybe not because of Shadowheart's position. Just get her up.
Let's end this. I'm not going to last much longer.
I won't give in. Hope your soul is in good hands.
Kick this one away. So it blows up over there. I'll throw an alchemist fire at this one. Well, throw an alchemist fire there. Oh, you're wet. I double-checked during editing, and that needle blight was not wet before Trever threw the alchemist fire. It happened once he would have become burning, as though the game gave it the incorrect condition. As much as I tried, I could not see, like, a random water bottle in the area to get destroyed as collateral damage. There is nothing in the wiki entry about them becoming wet as a reaction to being set on fire, so my best guess is this was a glitch?
My little trick.
Nice. Yeah. Go ahead and action surge.
Let's finish this.
Should the heart just leave? Oh right. Should the heart just leave the area?
Still on my feet. Time for some bloody work.
Ready for another round?
Alright. This emerald ring and the gold are probably what used to be in the chest, right? Yeah.
Something with it.
There's another key. Probably would have gone to the chest that got destroyed. Or it was to that. He who was.
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
Trever notes that there's not many people out here in the darkness.
I am not people. Though many would question how wise it is to approach a stranger in the dark. Be on your way. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
Trever does not know what he's talking about.
Forgive me. It has been some time since I spoke to another. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her, and to this day her victims lie unavenged.
Trever points out the obvious. She's dead. How much more can she pay?
Death is not the end, merely another beginning. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
Sure, but that's some powerful magic right there.
Not for one such as I. Your soul sparks with justice, with fortitude. This is your chance to bring a murderer to justice, to avenge her victims. Will you take it?
Trevor's willing as long as he gets paid.
The death of heroism is close, I see. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
And of course, Kith'rak wants to talk to the pretty bird.
Time for a natter.
Everyone hates you.
Kith'rak is taken aback. Excuse me?
You're disgusting, ugly, loathsome. You should just shut up and die. Pathetic.
Is that?
Kith'rak wants to leave immediately.
Never mind. Best be on my way.
This grave is a mess. Probably an animal's doing. Paw prints. Where did they lead?
The dirt's been burrowed. A rodent's nest, perhaps.
And then if you can manage to make the perception checks here, you get this family ring, which is death saving throws +2. A purely defensive item, and again, not terrible, but I think we just have better rings. I mean, if you're relying on that, you're already doing pretty poorly for yourself. So that pretty much covers the whole east side of the Shadowlands. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect the loot from the places that I haven't yet, and then meet you back at Last Light Inn. Alright, so we are finally returning to the relative safety of the Last Light Inn, and then I'm gonna do vending and a long rest, and that'll be the end of the episode.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
On behalf of Gale, Trever wonders that this isn't Gale.
You are speaking to a mere projection of Gale. His appearance, his voice, and a certain measure of his personality, reconstituted in this case to play as emissary and usher. Would you care to join him? What little I could glean from the portion of his mind that is open to me, it is a matter most urgent.
Trever is hesitant because he's already had to tell Gale that he's not interested in a romantic way. But the projection says it's urgent, so sure.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him. I love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
Trever bluntly asks why Gale summoned him here.
I wanted to see you, while I still could. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Trever points out he speaks as if this affects him alone. How many will die if he unleashes that orb?
Fewer than if the Absolute goes unchecked. I don't want to kill, and I don't want to die. But inaction will lead to bloodshed all the same. I am terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
Trever asks why he's so sure it's inevitable. We haven't even found this heart of the Absolute.
I can feel it. Ever since we set foot in this strange, corrupted land. The closer we get, the heavier my own heart becomes. Stay with me a while, will you? Day will come all too soon, even in this place.
Because Gale is potentially facing death, he will stick by his side.
Yes, but there is so much to live for and so few moments in which to house it all. Damn you. Damn you for giving me so much to care about. Our friends, our adventures. This would have been so much easier if it was just me. But it isn't. If there is a way, any way, to save all that's grown dear to me, I want to seize it. I just cannot fathom what that might be, other than to fail Mystra and condemn the world. Stay with me, will you? I don't want to think of it anymore, but I don't want to be alone either.
Trever stays in silence. Alright, that's gonna about do it for this session. Next time, we'll probably go down to the Moonrise Towers area and start making our way north.
I bet they're close. Watching us.
We've got plenty to look for in the Shadow Cursed Lands. So I'll see you then. Have a good one.